Hey everyone, we are the group 6. I am Decadent Dukay and I'm with Decadent Sabihon, Decadent Pulagpugapulaan, and Decadent Tinial. So our topic is Mooring Equipment Guideline 4th edition. Mooring System Design Principle. Mooring a ship to a berth is a common function for the maritime industry. However, incidents that harm ship and terminal personnel still occur. This publication established recommended minimum requirements that will help ship designers, terminals designers, ship operators, and mooring line manufacturers improve the design, performance, and safety of mooring system. The mooring equipment guidelines has been fully reviewed and updated for the 4 edition. New chapter and key changes include enhanced guidelines for the purchasing, condition monitoring, and retirement of mooring lines and tails. Enhanced guidelines on documentation of mooring equipment. New chapter on the human factor in mooring design. New chapter on jetty design and fittings. New chapter on ship-shore interface. New chapter on alternative technologies.
Good day, I'm Dick Edit Ninja Stephen Fedor. Today I'm going to report the new terminology in updated for the fourth edition of Mooring Equipment Guidelines. Ship Design Minimum Breaking Load. Nylon polyamide mooring lines should be specified as brake tested with because nylon lines change strength characteristics once exposed to the water and generally do not fully dry to their original construction state. The ship design MBL is the core parameter against which all the other components of the ship mooring system are sized and designed with defined tolerance. So, nylon mooring lines are rope made of a strong synthetic material called polyamide. They use to secure a ship to a dock or anchor. Lane design brake force LDBF. As outlined in Appendix B, when selecting lines, the LDBF of a line shall be 100 to 105% of the ship design MBL. The LDBF for nylon polyamide mooring lines should be specified as brake tested with because nylon lines change strength characteristics once exposed to water and generally do not fully dry to their original construction state. So, line design brake force or LDBF is the maximum amount of force a rope or line can be handled before breaking. It's like the strength limit for the rope design. Next is new terminology in the updated for the fourth edition of Mooring Equipment Guidelines. Working Load Limit WLL. In the same way that is WL safe working load is a limit for fixed equipment, the WLL value is used as a limit with a standard environmental criteria and mooring layout. When designing mooring systems in establishing mooring system design, steel wire ropes have a WLL of 55% of The ship design, MBL, and all other credit synthetic will have a WLL of 50% of the ship design MBL. So WLL or working load limit is the maximum weight of the piece of equipment or a system can safely handle during normal use, like the safe weight limit for doing a job. And line management plan or LMP. LMP The LMP is specific to an operatorship style and trade route. However, MiG 4 gives general guidance on establishing a LMP. Is used to manage the operation and retirement of mooring lines and tails. The LMP also document the requirements, assumption, and evaluation method used in determining the line retirement criteria. So, ang line management plan or LMP is how ropes and lines are handled, stored, and maintained on a ship or at a dock. It's like a set of rules or for organizing and taking care of the ropes.
I am Decadet Pagapulaan. Bridge procedures, preparation for arrival at port. Arrival at port is an important part of a ship's voyage, and there are actions to be taken aiming to ensure the smooth sail and soft approach of the ship and at port. Failure in carrying out the appropriate procedures might lead to unfavorable situations both for vessel and port. So, getting ready for a ship arrival. Operators should understand that there are some important preparations to be done when a ship arrives at port. Such procedures are considered critical as there are a number of complexities involved and required both engine and deck departments to be prepared in order to enable safety for ship and crew. So, actions prior arrival. Step 1. The crew should focus on key issues related to safe entrance, berthing and cargo operations of ship at the port, and subsequently complete the pilot card. Step 2. The passage plan should be updated and approved by the master, who should also be in constant communication with the chief officer and the chief engineer in order to keep them informed well in advance for the time of arrival. Step 3. A meeting attended by senior officers and officers is crucial in order to discuss and clarify all necessary issues before arrival. That's all.
So, good day. I'm Decadit Sabion Chad Aldwin A. So, ang next, key points to be aware of. It is important to note that any action related to this kind of operations should be checked by the officer in charge with the use of a preparations for arrival checklist, which may contain all the items that the crew should concrete on this checklist should be placed in the bridge and be complete and signed prior arrival. Then, the results of the checking procedures should be mentioned in the deck logbook. So, dapat sa aksyonan ang mga operations like i-check tanan sa mga officers ang mga checklist kay dapat i-check na siya tanan sa naa sa checklist o kumpletohon o papirma sa tanan sa di pa magdunggo sa pantalan o kailangan sad i-check ang mga deck logbook. So, the next, key points for safe arrival at port. The main engine of the ship should always be tested. The testing is generally done before the pilot board the ship. Additionally, a careful testing of all important machinery system is needed such as steering gear, generators, important navigation equipments, ICDs, compasses, and etc. Thrusters and mooring winches before the maneuvering process starts. Also, anchors maintenance and clean before use should always take place prior arrival. So, dapat i-check or suwayan ang mga gamit sa barko, okay pa ang tanan sa dili pa musaka ang piloto sa barko nya. Ang importante i-check kay ang mga steering gear, generator, ICDs, compass, thruster o mooring winches. Sa di pa magsugod ang proseso o gimintar o panghinglo sa mga angkla sa di pa gamiton, kinahanglan mahitabo sa dili pa moabot sa pantalan. So, a useful checklist aiming to provide the necessary steps is required to achieve vessel's proper preparations before entering the port, like the one provided by SQE Marine here below, containing the following sections. So, mao ni ang mga passage plan, equipment checks, prepared, tested, and ready for use before arrival, and port and pilotage requirements.